Welcome to week one of season 2 of All 22 Tuesday, a collaboration between FirstDown PlayBook, the coaching coordinator podcast, and joining us this year, the Scouting Academy and FNF coaches. We're really excited about the content that we're going to bring you this year in each and every play. This next play we're going to look at is from the Rams-Cowboys game. It's actually the very first play from scrimmage for the Rams after they had a 5-yard penalty on first down for a neutral zone infraction on the Cowboys. And there's some elements here that really look a lot like the Arizona Cardinals play. Number one, we have a balanced formation. We have the ability, because it's compressed, we have these wings to do some misdirection, which is exactly what we're going to get right here. Just a lot of elements of a look-alike plays that you see from the Rams time and time again. So this was one they run on the first play here, but throughout the game, they utilize this motion to create some of that misdirection. And in this particular case, you're going to see the stretch play, which they like to run the outside zone, going to the same side as the sweeper. Now, typically you want to see, or you will see that sweeper kind of go the other way and create that misdirection. But now when you think about how, as we get into the game and they start to run the stretch play off of this, it starts to create some issues for how they're going to fit that particular run. You have that being stretched and then the ball coming underneath it right here. But in this particular case, then you see that other wing get quickly across the formation and into the flat here on the slide naked.
I go back, Keith, what we talked about on one of our previous plays today. Watch the linebackers. One way, then the other. I mean, it's hard to play linebacker these days at really probably any level of football, but the NFL is now becoming exactly like the high school and college deal, to where you've got so many different things happening that they're getting reads, keys, and cross keys.
This is something I think I'm starting to see more and more on the high school level make a comeback. A lot of those teams and coaches I know out there who were, strictly 10 personnel teams and running spread 2x2 and 3x1 formations now have started to condense their formations and utilize wings and tight ends and H-backs. You could do that with a multitude of personnel. It doesn't have to be that those guys on the wings are tight ends. And in fact, in this particular case, those guys are receivers. So it just causes the defense to have to think about how they're going to fit, how they're going to maintain gap integrity. And it can be very, very advantageous for an offense. A lot of times when you look at the spread, it was to get people out of the box. But, now we see some of this tight front that condenses the inside and makes you bounce everything. Well, this is a way kind of to get the chalk back and put the offense in the advantage.
Keith, you mentioned a name from the past when we looked at this first. You mentioned Tubby Raymond's name. If you pretend like you're not watching an NFL game and make it a high school game, you sit there and go like, well, this is just a throwback to about 30 years ago when you and I first started coaching.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the thing you see out of the Rams consistently is, what Tubby Raymond would refer to as series football, right? Plays that look alike. Off of each play, they're all going to start the same way. And, like I said, later in the game, they were running the stretch play off of this. They have the ability to give the ball on the sweep. So all kinds of things can happen here. And it really makes it tough for a defense to be able to get that recognition and fit the right way as you start to make plays look the same.
Absolutely. Be interesting to see where they take this, just like the 49ers did last year. I'm sure they're going to build on it.
Be sure to join us each week throughout the NFL season for All 22 Tuesday. All 22 Tuesday is brought to you by FirstDown PlayBook, the #1 football playbook tool for coaches at all levels of football. Edit any of our 35,000 plays or draw your own from scratch. All plays come with detailed coaching points and player assignments for every position. Keith Grabowski is the host of Coach and Coordinator podcast. He interviews the most knowledgeable head coaches, coordinators, and position coaches from professional, college, and high school football. Keith and his guests discuss the philosophy, concepts, schemes, and strategies that they have learned throughout their careers. The Scouting Academy teaches you how to scout like a pro. Learn from NFL executives and coaches about the process of scouting from your home on your schedule. The Scouting Academy has 40 alumni with NFL opportunities and over 130 in college football. Friday Night Football Coaches is the platform for high school football coaches. FNF Coaches delivers content to the high school football coaching community through its website, print magazine, and other digital platforms. Links to all websites can be found in the description of this video. Thank you for joining us for this week's All 22 Tuesday, and we will see you next week.